Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you a little bit about NMap, the most amazing scanning and multi-purpose tool that it's one of the best tools on this entire distro. So here's one way to open it. See, you just type in NMap. And then it will give you an entire list of all of these different things that you can actually do with it. As you can see, list scan, ping scan, treat all hosts as online. There's so many different modifiers and options that you can do. Let's start with something simple. So this command, nmap 192.168.1.102, and as you can see, Windows 7 is our 102 box. And it's going to start scanning that 102 IP address. Another thing you can do bam. So the results of the scan are as such. 992 closed ports, open for 135, 445, and 49, 152, 3, 4, 7, and 160. The first three are, fairly normal. NetBIOS, RPC service, and Microsoft. I don't even know what that service is. I got to check that out. The 49,000 through the 152 through 160, those are custom ports for applications. You could look them up on Google search and we can figure out what those are. But we can do that a little bit later. Another scan you could do instead of one dot, you can do one like this, and that'll just be wildcard. Or like that, and that'll scan the entire subnet of 1.0. So the subnet would be hosts 1 through 255. But that's going to take a little while. Another that you can use, let's say we wanted to just scan 102 and 103. Bam. So you just put them in sequence with a little space in between them. Here's another really cool little feature. NMap dash A, and that's capital A, by the way. The caps matters in these options. And so that's going to run, and we'll see what that gives us. So that returned back some results. So it's different from, so the dash capital A is an aggressive scan and it turns on operating system detection. So let's go through the results and see exactly what it decided to give us back. So we have the open ports, closed ports, so we know what that was. MAC address is this, so it knows it's a VMware machine. Device type, general purpose. I'm going to disagree. It's maybe major purpose or kernel purpose, not general. Running Microsoft Windows 7. Or 2008 or 8.1. They all have a very similar signature. It's one hop away. Cool. Host name, that's the NetBIOS name, is Win7-Lab. Yeah. OS Windows, CPU. So we know that it's a Windows machine just based on this one scanner. This is crazy. This is still just light years ahead of most of the scanning tools that managed services companies had that I've used, and they're always looking for some amazing like Windows tool that you can just double click and have everything magically happen, but they're not that good. This is brilliant, and just because it's command line, it scares people away. I don't understand. Oh, actually, I do. Don't be lazy. Learn command line. It also looks cool. It says it is Windows 7 Ultimate for 76 build 7601, Service Pack 1. Not bad. Computer name, work group, nice. And it used guest, authentication level user, challenge response supported. That's quite a lot of information. All right, guys, let's see what happens when we do a ping scan. -S, capital P. So that came back with a lot less information. It gave us a MAC address, which it's going to know because it knows the IP address, and IP addresses, MAC addresses are pretty much essential to networking. You can't do it without them. A MAC address is going to be your hardware address, and the IP address is going to be your network address. It knows it's one IP address. Great, perfect. Took 13 seconds. The other one took 80 seconds. So this is a much faster result, but a lot less information. Here's another little useful thing for NMap, and something people might want to consider when they're running a scan when they're trying to evade obvious detection. Randomize hosts. So NMap space -randomize -hosts gives you a, instead of starting with 192, let's say you're scanning a subnet, and that's going to be 254.55 or whatever it's going to be running the scan for. You don't want to just scan them in order, because if you have an IDS, which is an intrusion detection system or other sort of intelligence service, they're going to see a scan of all of these different IPs all in a row. They're going to know someone is pen testing, and you want to be able to remain quiet. So you can randomize your hosts, gives you a different, it completely randomizes the order. You can actually spoof your MAC address to come from a different location, so it doesn't look like it's coming from your machine. Once you've kind of played around with the options, and I'm going to include a cheat sheet in the supplement for this module, there's a lot of other things you can do with this stuff. It doesn't all just have to remain data in this screen. Obviously, if you use another option, which is lowercase o, capital N, which looks like this. like that. And then you would use scan.text space blah, 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 blah. Whatever your range is or whatever you wanted outputted into a text file. So if you were going to be doing that aggressive scan, that would give you, or you could use all these different options together, and you could let it run for a few hours while you're doing other things and come back and you have a nice outputted text file that has everything already saved. It's perfect. Put it into a CSV, whatever you want to do. NMap is your friend, and playing with it for just a few minutes, you'll instantly be comfortable.